Max Verstappen's Monaco Grand Prix went from promising to painful in a matter of seconds. On Saturday, it looked like Red Bull had pulled something out of the bag. Verstappen qualified second around a circuit where overtaking is notoriously difficult, giving himself a serious chance of fighting at the front. But the warning signs appeared before the race had even started. During the formation lap, Verstappen noticed that the car didn't feel right. Then while preparing for the start, he had trouble getting the revs where they needed to be. And once the lights went out, the problem became terminal. As soon as Verstappen released the clutch, the power unit gave up completely, ending his Monaco Grand Prix almost immediately. Red Bull later confirmed that the failure was connected to the engine. Laurent Mekies explained that the problem began developing on the formation lap, leaving the team with no realistic opportunity to intervene before the start. The team believes it's now traced the cause of the failure, although Red Bull has not publicly explained the exact technical fault. There's also a key detail that makes the timing slightly less surprising for this. According to Mekies, Verstappen was still running his first power unit of the season in Monaco, and Red Bull had already planned to replace it after the weekend. Now that strategy makes sense. Monaco is one of the least power-dependent circuits on the F1 calendar because the lap is dominated by slow corners, short bursts of throttle, and very little sustained full power running. Teams often use older power unit components there before introducing fresher parts at a more demanding venue. That is why the next race in Barcelona suddenly becomes even more important. Monaco showed that the Red Bull still has performance in the car under certain conditions. Verstappen was competitive on Friday. The team had to rethink its approach after final practice, and by qualifying, it had found a setup that allowed him to start from the front row. But Monaco is not a normal benchmark, is it? A car can look strong there without necessarily being strong everywhere else. The circuit hides some weaknesses and exaggerates others. It rewards chassis, mechanical grip, driver confidence, precision, much more than outright aerodynamic efficiency like other tracks. Barcelona, for example, the Spanish Grand Prix will put Red Bull under a much more complete test. The track features a broader mix of cornering speeds, including the kind of faster sections that have exposed weaknesses in the Red Bull package this season already. Verstappen has already suggested that Red Bull has looked better on slower circuits, while high-speed performance has been more of a concern. The team has made changes to the car, but Barcelona should show whether those changes have genuinely moved Red Bull in the right direction. There's also a championship going on here. A Monaco retirement from second on the grid would usually be devastating for Verstappen, but because he's currently only 7th in the driver's standings, the result does not carry the same title implications it would have on one of his more dominant seasons. That doesn't mean it's any easier to take. For Verstappen, it is a lost opportunity. For Red Bull, it was a failure on a weekend where the car had finally looked capable of delivering a major result. But the real story now moves beyond Monaco. The question is no longer just why Verstappen's power unit failed. The bigger question is whether Red Bull's Monaco pace was a genuine sign of recovery or just a one-off performance at one of the stranger circuits of the calendar. Barcelona should tell us far more.